on my live stream. So what's going on, Clark? How's it going, Bobby? Oh, my computer froze.
Shoot, man, that's always a good thing.
Yeah. There we go. Now it's coming through. How's it going, guys?
Dude, man, we went live and my phone was just like, I'm like, oh, we're live. It's amazing. Shoot. Well, man, when are you going to get out on the water?
I might do some fishing this weekend, but I'm not entirely sure.
Finally thawed out up there?
No. I'll probably just, I can cast from shore and get to open water and fish a little river, but nothing too crazy.
Heck yeah.
Have you ever fished in Kansas?
No. That's 4 hours north of here. But I don't even know. To be honest with you, I don't even know what lakes are up there. We just stick to the south.
Either.
I know I fished Arkansas. Darndale's pretty good. Went there once. That was interesting. Super clear water. Last time I remember. That was a long time ago.
Is there water in Arkansas?
Yeah, there is.
I'm just kidding. What lakes are there?
I know it was the only one I've ever been to, but it's really pretty because it's in the mountains. You go over these like really long ridges and there's valleys underneath you. It's super beautiful. And then there's big sign that says Lake Darndale. Take that right and it just dumps you right into it. It's in the mountains if I remember right. It's been about 4 years.
I forgot about that.
Which Walker will be fishing that pretty often starting when he goes to college.
Yeah, he goes there in the fall, doesn't he?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Someone says to talk about the new Instagram page. I'll save that here for a couple minutes. I'm going to give a couple more people some time to get on, and then we'll start talking about the Instagram page. I have a couple other real cool announcements that I'll be talking about here in a little bit. So stay tuned with me. Stay with me for a little bit, and we'll get to it. I promise you guys that. But yeah, Ray, you've been out. So you've been out on Arbuckle how many times now recently?
Almost every other day. Just looking and looking and looking, and the water temp's been fluctuating. It goes down, then it'll come back up, and it'll go back down. It's just like them Florida strains, man. They don't like that cold water.
So they do have Florida strains in there, right?
Yes, in our lake, we're crossbred between native bass and Florida strain. So you get the length of a Florida, but the fatness of a native, which just produces just
giants.
Ooh.
Are they called like? Alex had a name for them. I don't know what. I thought there was a name like when you have a cross.
F1 generation, maybe. So everyone down here calls them just the F1 generation.
It's kind of cool, man. That'd be cool to bring those fish up here, but I don't know how they do up here. Oh.
Well, it's like yesterday. I mean, it was almost 80 degrees. I was out there fishing, swim trunks and a tank top. And then today it's like 41, gonna freeze over tonight, and I'm like, man, this is not good.
Yeah, it's cold up here. I mean, we're getting snow, which the winter's been like really nice up here, but we're getting snow today and tomorrow, and we haven't had snow probably in 3 weeks.
Dude, I can't tell you the last time I saw snow for more than 4 hours.
Yeah, we get it quite a bit. This winter's been super mild.
Do you snow ski or anything?
No. No.
I've never been that far north, so I don't know if you have mountains or anything.
Well, a bunch of my buddies snow ski and snowboard and everything, but I just never got into it. I played hockey all winter, so I just never had a reason to.
I'll tell you this right now. We don't have hockey down here except for the Dallas Stars or whatever. But
Yeah,
I watched, is his name Ben Bishop or something like that?
yeah.
I am partial to that guy just because we have the same last name. But having said that, are the most athletic athletes I've ever seen, or the best, whatever you want to call it. I mean, dude can stand on skates, can like reflexes are unreal, and it's just like
He's so big, dude.
growing up. Oh yeah.
He's 6'3" or 6'4"? Like ridiculous.
I don't know. I just seen him play one game. It was on at Buffalo Wild Wings. They were playing some, but I couldn't tell you who. But it was just like, what is this?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I mean, that guy's so big. The goalie for the Wings is 6'6".
Good gosh.
What's it going? How's it going, John P? What's going on, Pioneer Outdoors? How's it going, Thad? Clark asked, "Are we going to see a hockey video?" So here's my thoughts. I've been playing so well that I'm afraid to change something up and put a camera in the net because we're 1-13 straight. So the second I put a camera in the net, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to get lit up. And people are going to use that as an excuse to basically light me up all night. They're going to try and snip me and shit. How's it going, Jeff? Jake?
I've been
Oh. So I'll talk about one thing. Let me show you guys something. Yeah, Thad, I do play in a hockey league. I play in a men's league over in Saginaw. So it's AB. So it's like there's some junior players. There are some like really, really good hockey players that play in our AB league. So it's really fast hockey. Let me show you guys something.
Well, this ought to be good. He's going to show it on camera.
So I've been talking about this for a while, and it's something that I keep mentioning, but I finally have something to show you guys. Check it out. I got a new Garmin Virb.
What? That's awesome.
Yeah, these are the new Ultra 30s. They do have a case still, so it's not like a GoPro yet where it'll be waterproof without a case. But inside the case, it still has, like, it still supposedly picks up audio really, really well, and the touch screen and screen on the back still works. But I just got it today, so I haven't used it yet. I had it on the charger. I was hoping I could turn it on. I don't know if it's going to go or not. I don't actually know how to work it, so I don't know how to turn it on. I know nothing about it.
I see a green flashing light, so that's good.
So yeah, like this touch screen on the back here, it works even with the case on it, which is really cool. The only thing I don't like necessarily about a removable case is the fact that this lens will fog, like it can fog up on you, especially with that shoulder mount that I wear. With that, there's a chance of it fogging up.
Gee, that's sick. I might have to get one of those rather than a GoPro.
But I gotta actually, so I'm not sponsored by Garmin. I don't like. Who's Tim Galati? I don't know who that is. Someone said collab with Tim Galati. I don't know who that is. But yeah. So I'm excited to use this. I actually got 2 of them, and only because I got them for like a really, really good deal. So look him up. He's a beast. I have no clue who this guy is. So
Dude, I'm gonna have to look him up, man.
let's look him up.
If they're all recommending him, he must be a stick.
Or he's a hockey player.
Yeah.
Who is he? Oh wait, no, he's a fisherman. Tim Galati. I know. Why have I never heard of him? Never heard of this dude, but he has 30,000 subscribers.
That's awesome.
Hmm.
But hey, big news.
Well,
My trip starts tomorrow, boys and girls.
oh, yeah.
Broken Bow Lake. That's about as close as the fishing which you guys fish, you know, down here. It's clear. They said it's like 30-foot visibility.
That's
Deep
unreal.
water and everything.
That's so unreal. We don't even fish water that clear.
Dude, I've always wanted to see the Great Lakes. Like you see pictures of them, it's just like it looks so clear. The smallest. It's just insane.
That'd be so cool. I'm trying to. Okay, so I found them on YouTube. I mean, yeah, he definitely has more subscribers than I do. But he lives in New York. The problem is, I don't know how I collaborate with them because I don't have the money to fly anywhere or drive anywhere.
I hear you on that one, man.
I'm trying to save for a house. Okay. Well, guys, I'll look into it. I'll look into possibly collaborating or doing something with them, but we'll just have to see. Okay, who's your Super Bowl prediction?
Patriots, man.
I think so too.
Just because it's Tom Brady. I mean, everyone's like, he's getting old, dude. It's Tom
He's still
Brady.
Tom Brady. He's still Tom Brady.
Most appearances by a quarterback in NFL or something like that?
Not sure. Well, yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right.
Something like that. Shoot, my Cowboys got beat up first week. I was like, oh no.
He's so good, though. I mean, he's
bro.
okay. How do I shut this thing off? Seriously, I'm not allowed to shut this thing off.
Shoot, man, I don't know if I want one now. It looks too complicated.
Once I figure it out, I'm sure it'll be good. But am I good at hockey? I'm pretty good. I'm a goalie. Ray, tell us about your trip, man. Because
Heck yeah. Well, me and my buddy Tanner, his YouTube channel's Fish for Five. They're a set of twins. I mean, they're like, if you fish with them, one's a power fisherman, one's a finesse guy, and it's like the perfect combo for a team. Having said that, one of them was like, hey man, we fished, Murray, Arbuckle, and Texoma just time after time. It's like, we need a new lake. So we start looking all over. I mean, we look at Texas, like Monticello. I mean, we looked at Grand Lake, where they have the Classic. We're looking all over. And we found Broken Bow, which is down in southeastern Oklahoma. Down southeastern Oklahoma. And we looked at pictures, and man, it's just absolutely beautiful. I mean, it sits in the middle of mountains. And they've got trout, smallmouth, largemouth. I mean, they got it all. So we're going to plan it. Our trip starts tomorrow. I got to go to Bass Pro tomorrow and get all my gear ready for it. I'll be vlogging that. So if y'all want to check it out, come see my channel.
that'd be sweet.
Yeah, we're going to be, videoing that. I'm going to drive down to Gainesville, get in his truck, drive all the way down there, sleep in the truck for maybe 3 hours to get up and fish all day. It's going to be fun.
That'll be a blast. How long are you going to be there?
Be there just one day. He's got to work Saturday. I got to work Saturday, so it'll be an experience. Brand new lake, never been there, so kind of take everyone through the process, break down a new lake, and stuff like that.
That'll be awesome.
Y'all get ready to see A-rig action. Ooh, love them.
I'm excited, man. That'll be a cool trip.
It's I've never done anything like this before. We're just like, let's go.
I'm sorry. Guys, I got... Oh, God. Hold on one second, guys. I got to step out of screen. Ray, you know why. Hold on.
Got you, my man.
I'm going to mute myself.
Do what? Shoot. Any of y'all from Oklahoma or Texas area, hit us up. Way down here in the middle of nowhere, Davis, Oklahoma. Physics exams do suck. I'm a college student. Grapevine, bro, hit me up. Mr. Gene Jensen. It's an honor, man. He's what you would call goals. Just like that, the man is gone. He gone. Dude, Mr. Jensen's here.
What's going on, guys?
We got a celeb. Mr.
How's it going, Fluke? We are. Oh, that's not Fluke. It's a fake account. Yeah, that could very possibly be.
Could be.
But anyways, what we're having some fun with right now is I'll be real with you guys. This is a live stream, so you're gonna see me live. We're dealing with some trolls right now on the Instagram. Basically, for those of you guys that have followed my live streams, the Oliver Nye issue, this guy's trolling me about it, so give me a half a second.
Gotta love trolls, man. Oh, nope, Gene's a fluke channel. I really do hope Alex posts that video of that bass, man. Anytime you see a bearded man in waders, always a good story.
Right. So Minnesota fishing. I honestly am not a good chirper. My videos that I made of me fishing or of me playing hockey would not be good because I don't talk. I don't chirp. I'm not a good chirper.
Dude, you're not a heckler?
No. I can't do it because then if they score, then I get chirped. My best one is
Give you some
if
lessons.
someone chirps at me, I just say, look
Yeah.
at the scoreboard. If we're winning. If we're losing, I just kind of take it and
Dang.
just let it happen.
Shoot. Yeah, I'm a heckler, chirper, whatever y'all call it. That's just, I played catcher when I played baseball, so we could heckle. Whew. Kevin, what's up, dude?
How's it going, guys? Just give me literally about 1 more minute. I'll explain it in 1 minute.
Trollers, man, it's like, some of them just like, have nothing else better to do. It's so frustrating, especially when you're creating stuff. It's just like, oh, I'll put all this effort and everything into it. It's just like trying to shoot you down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had my first one the other day. They messaged me. Young gentleman was like, man, you don't post every day, so I'm not going to. Like, man, I'm in school. But, hey, it's a free country, man. If you want to unfollow me, man, that's fine. I'll just keep doing it.
Yeah, and the reason this is that real John B or is that fake John B? Sorry, John. If that's the real John B, it's because We had the fake Fluke Master in here already earlier.
Oh yeah.
What's going on, John, though? Oh, he's a fake John.
You can just see the messages just bloop, 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 bloop. That's insane.
I know. And I can't even catch up to check if he's real or fake. John, if it's real, how's it going, man?
Yeah, dude. He's one of the few guys that cornered this market, and I was just like, how does he do it?
Okay, yeah, dude, John is, okay, I'm done with my phone. I will put it away for the rest of the night. Let me give you guys some background. What's going on, John? John, did you ever hear anything, and sorry, I don't mean to take us away from the live stream. Did you ever hear anything about African footage, or if anything's going to happen with it? Yeah, so John has a little bit of background on this because he knows lungers well, but the guy that's trolling me is one of the Bass-Centric guys' friends, okay? So Bass-Centric was a page I used to be a part of. Well, Bass-Centric essentially dissolved after Oliver and I came up here, and this guy is mad because Lunkers made a video about big bass streams, and the only way he would have known any of that information was because I told AP. So this guy's mad at me. He's putting all this stuff on my Instagram accounts, like little turd emojis, and so that's what I'm trying to deal with a little bit. So this is the behind the scenes aspect of fishing and everything else.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, this is a side that you guys don't necessarily see.
Did you see that last comment by John B?
Yeah. Okay. I swear, dude. You know who this is? This is one of those Minnesota guys, or this is yeah. So, anyways, okay, so we're done with the phone. Ray, for those of you guys that don't know, my buddy Ray, Shoeless Ray Outdoors, and he is going to Broken Bow tomorrow. Where is Broken Bow? Is that in Oklahoma? Is that?
Yes, sir. It's down in the Comanche Mountains, down, like I said, in southeast Oklahoma.
Okay.
Beautiful territory.
How far is that from
beautiful. 3 hours. Better go to Gainesville. Me and my buddy are going to hook up, and then we're going to drive on out there.
That'll be sweet.
It'll be a manly trip, sleeping in the truck, waking up, making coffee over the fire, you know, just being a man.
Okay. John, if it's really you, text message me. If it's not, if you don't text me in 2 minutes, I'm going to block whoever this John B is.
Ooh, call him out.
So yeah, that'll be a sweet trip, man. I'm excited to see that video.
Yeah, hopefully we can put some fish on camera.
Are there big fish there, or what kind of? I mean,
from what I've seen, I mean they're just all solid bass. You know, anywhere from 2 to 4 pounds.
Yeah, those are good fish.
Super deep lake. They said, you know, from watching video and stuff, you know, you can be 20 feet off the bank, sitting in 40 feet of water. The whole lake. So it'll be different.
Yeah, that'll be pretty sweet though.
Oh yeah, shoot, man, I'm gonna try to save up, see if I make a trip up there and catch some like legit smallmouth.
Dude, we could catch some big ones.
I need to learn to drop shot like you guys do. I don't know how y'all do it. I throw a spoon down here.
See, I think you could catch them on a spoon too. I just never picked one up. I don't know necessarily how to fish it. No.
Throwing a jig and spoon's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've never done it. Do you cast it out, or you vertically fish it?
I vertical fish it. You know, and here's one of the tips too. A lot of guys put a swivel on it. Want that thing to twist and tumble because it's just a piece of lead. The only time it's gonna move is when you yank it up and then it's gonna flutter down. But you know, it's crazy. Most of my big bites or my bigger fish come when it's just sitting there spinning. It's the weirdest thing ever. But shoot, yeah, guys, if any of y'all are in Oklahoma or Texas, hit me up on this.
Yeah, I want to go down and fish with you, man.
Even people watching, if y'all are there, man, I'm always game.
Yeah. I would say the same, but I literally fish 2 days a week anymore. So I don't fish at all right now.
Y'all lake still frozen over?
Yeah. There's some in like southern Michigan that just have like slush ice, but it's still disgusting. I mean, you wouldn't be able to fish it.
Oh, guys said, follow me on Adam or Landon. I don't want to butcher your last name here, but look me up on YouTube and message me, man. Or you can find me on Instagram too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a cheap day. All you got to do is bring me some tacos, and we'll be best buddies and fish.
I'll put Ray's information down here in the comments. I'm gonna leave you his phone number, his home address.
Might as well put Social Security, blood type, hair follicle sample.
No, I'm gonna send you guys the link to his YouTube channel. And then all of your contact information's on there, I think.
Sweet.
So.
No problem, Landon.
Okay. Someone said, do I fish after work in the summer? Yes, I will. And I will. It's just going to depend on...
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day I go. Dude, here's a question. What's the longest consecutive amount of days you fished in a row?
Oh, that's hard. This past spring I fished 10 days in a row, but I would go like, so it'd be the weekend and then I fished every day after work at night and then the weekend again.
Dude, that's what's up. We fished the entire month of June every day. I think there was,
dang.
Yeah, I mean, when you live 5 minutes from the lake, and then we would go down to Murray, but every day. I think the only day I took off was my birthday. No, I went fishing on my birthday.
That's pretty sweet. When was your birthday?
June 1st. Exact halfway point of the year. Clark, dude, I drive a forklift, man, from 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. And then I get up and go fish 2 hours before work, buddy, so I feel you.
Oh, man. I don't think I could work nights very well.
Well, it was either in the night or middle of the night or get up in the middle of the night and work till like noon. I was like, eh.
Yeah, I might as well work all night then.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir, Clark. It was a stand-up.
I'm going to put Ray's link down here in the description. I just didn't get around to it, honestly, earlier. Okay, so I think we're finally far enough in where I'm going to talk to you guys about seeking bronze, and I'm also going to talk to you guys about another announcement that I have that's pretty cool.
Dude, I'm anxious, man. Is it like an actual show you're going to try to put out?
It's going to be more like some video parts, so it'll be like a full-length professional video. It'll be probably 30 to 45 minutes long.
Dude, I'm excited.
And you'll get probably one a season, so spring, summer, fall, you'll probably get 3 or 4 videos.
So it's almost like the ultimate highlight reel, but professional.
Yeah, and the biggest thing, and let me get back up here. The biggest thing is with Seeking Bronze, it's going to be like this high energy, high impact, like video series where you really like it'll be more so like the passion behind it. It's not just going to be, well, I go over to this point here and I'm over here trying to catch fish. It's going to be like, if you guys have seen the, as much as I hate to say this, if you guys have seen the Big Bass Streams video, it'll be, have sort of that high impact vibe where it's like fast motion and it's really artistic, but it's going to be all dedicated to smallmouth, big fish, going out and the things that you have to go out and do to catch these fish. So going out on the Great Lakes when it's rough, like 4 footers rough, and standing in it, and you'll get to see the struggles, fish coming off, kind of me driving the boat around. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I leave out of my videos because it's, well, because I don't really make that great of, or didn't make that great of videos last summer, one, and it's just hard stuff to put in. It's not, you'll see the struggles.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's this big thing on YouTube going around right now called forced positivity. It's when people talk about basically their life's great and all you see are the great things, but you guys are going to see me lose fish. You're going to see me break off and get angry and mad and I can't find the fish and they moved and someone's on my spot. And I mean, so you guys are going to see a lot of really, really cool stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna do some, like I said, y'all don't, most people don't see when my channel start doing it because, man, right now, some of the things you're gonna laugh till you cry. Like I want to buy this. You ever seen like the big confetti cannons you can buy at Walmart? You pull a string and just boom.
Yeah.
I want to put one in the boat, and then whoever tries to fish my spot, just pull it out and just point at them and be like, dude, just pick your shot. Just see what they do. Just
One of my
like
buddies.
that, man.
What is going on in the comment section?
I don't know.
Anyways, Josh, I am going to be producing it. I'm going to try to get someone else to film for me, but we'll just have to see. So, yeah.
Nobody owns the water, bro.
I do have a really cool video series that I'm going to put out this fall. So for those of you guys that don't know, I caught 100 pounds of smallmouth in 4 non-consecutive days last fall, or 2 falls ago. So it was November 2nd through the 18th, I think. November 2nd through the 18th, 4 non-consecutive days, but they were like back to back. There were no days in between where I fished, and I caught 100 pounds. Well, I want to do 4 consecutive days of fishing and see if I can't put 100 pounds in the boat.
Dude,
that's what I was. The week that John and Lunkers were coming up this past year, I was supposed to do that, but my boat broke down. So that's why that video never got produced, never got made. I had guys coming up. I had Shay Baker from Uploaded, Darian Craig, Jacob Fine, and Getty's Brandon. We're all going to come up and film this thing, and basically going to make this professional film. So,
dude, there's a good question. If someone is fishing in your spot, what's a good etiquette for how much space you should give? Just whatever's, like me, like if I'm going down this bank and I see a gentleman in front of me, I always ask, like, hey, you mind if I fish here? And if so, how far do you want me behind you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just communication.
Communication is the biggest thing. Communication is like, if you can talk to the guy and just make sure that you're not going to cut him off or you're not encroaching on the water he's fishing, that's kind of where you want to be. Now, if it's someone that you are 100% sure is on your stuff because they're stealing your stuff, that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
And when I say you know they're stealing your stuff, I'm talking like you gave them your stuff. Or like they've been in your boat and are now on your stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So that to me is a different thing.
Dude,
what's going on, Jacob?
Pioneer Outdoors. What's a good... Dude, I'm telling you, the Ducket Ghost rods. Bang for your buck.
Yeah, under $100, Ducket Ghosts are a good rod. The other good one I really had some decent, or I was decently happy with, were the Abu Garcia rods.
Dude, they're good. The what was it? The Vendetta?
Yeah, the Vendetta's a good rod. The Veritas is a good rod, but I've now had three. I have three rods that I can't see. Here's the problem now. I get Eric in my comment section, and I want it to be the real Eric. But my fear is that it's not the real Eric. Eric, if it's really you, send me a message. Oh, it's another fake.
Jake's GoPro. Oh yeah, perfect example. Lake Murray. If you go back and watch my big bass on Murray videos, the grass, man, the grass mats were for days. They were everywhere, throwing frogs, catching big uns, and then everyone started fishing it, and just kind of dwindled.
Yeah, I've seen the same thing, and it's not just YouTube people. It's not just because of my videos. It's because you fish it, and then you share the spot, and then more and more people fish it. Or even I've had it where I fish a spot out.
Oh yeah, I do that.
Yeah, and so yeah, it's a definite thing where you can fish a spot out. I mean, the spot itself is still a decent spot, but just like the Elite Series guys, you hear the Elite Series guys basically messing up community holes because they just go and pound on it for 7 straight days.
Oh yeah.
And so yeah.
Oh yes, for sure.
Someone said, is Fenwick a good rod? Yes, Fenwick is a good rod. If you can get a Fenwick, well, like the $70+ Fenwicks are good rods. If you go less than 70, I've had some real issues with like the Eagle GT series breaking on me. Partially my fault. To me, they're not like a super durable rod. Like a Fenwick isn't like a rod I can throw around and so on and so forth.
Oh yeah. Yes. I've snapped my Veritas as well. I've snapped 3 of them.
And I've had guides come out.
I've broken many rods. Many rods.
How many rods have you broken?
More than I care to admit. Most of the time, it's my fault because, I'll throw a couple rods in the back pickup. We'll go pond fishing or whatever, and I don't have the right rod for the right situation. So I'll just yeah, whatever. We'll go do it anyway, and I'll just snap a rod.
7.6 medium heavy Fenwick. If it's send me the model, Thad, and I'll let you know. I mean, it should be a good rod. It should be a great rod.
Victor, honestly, bro, I throw loose, man. Bang for your buck.
I do as well.
Abu's pretty good too. Shimano, I mean, yes, they are probably the upper brand, but you also pay at the wazoo for them.
Yeah.
Shoot, I got a video where I broke a rod bringing in a pretty good sized bass.
See, you know what's funny? I've only broken 3 rods. One was a custom build, and I knew when I built it the first couple times I was fishing with it that it was going to break because I went with double-footed guides all the way up for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not great for like durability purposes unless you have like a real heavy rod.
Dude, I've wanted to build one. My uncle rolls them, so I'm gonna go give that a shot. I seen your video and I was like, man, I gotta try this.
Yeah. It's fun, dude. It's a great way for me to pass the winter.
I can imagine. We just go out and shoot ducks.
Yeah. I don't hunt. I wish I had gotten into it, but I just don't.
Yeah, I'm too loud for your deer stand. I'm not gonna lie. I stand a whopping 5'5". I'm probably the loudest person you'll ever meet. Guys, y'all
Yeah.
just get ready for this spring, though. I've got some awesome challenges coming up. It's going to be epic. I'm going to challenge your boy here, Mr. Ben,
Oh yeah, like
to one of them.
that's what you and I were talking about. Was it last time or whatever?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I want to share it now or give it away.
Yeah.
People start doing it.
We'll save that one.
Yeah, y'all just stay tuned. It's going to probably be the most epic thing to ever sweep across YouTube. We're mixing old school and new school.
I don't know why I have fake people, but I guess if I have fake people, if I have trolls, that means that I'm successful now. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, I just got your message, man. So I'm hoping that trolls mean that I'm successful, because it's happened from about 4 different people in the past day and a half. So that's a good sign.
Yeah. Dude, I'm ready for my first troll. I'm gonna let him have it.
You know what's funny? Clark says, I'm sure they're making more accounts right now. That's what's scary. Like, to make a YouTube account to troll on someone's page,
that fast?
that's dedication. I mean, it takes time to make a YouTube account, as you guys all know. Lucky Tackle Box or Mystery Tackle Box. I'm sponsored by Lucky Tackle Box.
Does he want to know which one's better?
Or I
if
like
you're
Lucky
sponsored by
Tackle
which
Box.
one?
I like Lucky Tackle Box. I think they really make sure to tailor all the baits to the season that you're fishing. So like in my box right here, I got, if you guys watch my finesse cranking video, I got a finesse crankbait. I got a standard 12-foot diving crankbait. I got a jig and spoon, which is great for winter. And then I got some soft plastic rage craws, which I can throw on a jig or just Texas rigged, and that's a great way to catch fish too during the fall and winter time period. So I like the way that they really cater to putting a lot of thought into which baits they put in your box. And they also have a lot of guys that make videos to explain how to catch fish on the box as well.
Oh yeah,
so,
they're great for beginner fishermen.
Yeah.
Like my buddy Bobby, who's up in the city, one of my good buddies. He just got him his first rod and reel, first nice one anyways, and he joined MTB and LTB because he couldn't make up his mind which one. And he gets a bunch of baits, and he's like, man, I'm always reading up on them. He's like, I think I can go out now and catch them. Like, all right, man. Arizona, and there's no fishing.
There are a couple, but I know the lakes are like super far apart. So
Oh yeah.
sorry.
Oh, that's fine. I'm just reading all these comments, man.
I feel like I missed a lot of like really good comments when I was trying to take care of those trolls. What's your favorite jig recommendation?
Mine?
Yeah.
Depending on, well, clear water or muddy water?
Let's say both. Like if you have, give me one
Man.
for clear water and one for dirty water.
Clear water, always green pumpkin. Always green pumpkin because it's dark and it's green, looks somewhat natural. I always have a few orange and a few chartreuse strands in it. And then on my trailers, I always throw a zoom speed crawl, and I always dip the tails in orange or chartreuse because I want the bass to see it. I mean, I want them to look at it. Now, dark, a lot of people throw black and blue. I like the Boss Skirts makes ones that's black, brown, and blue, which I've had a lot of luck on.
Yep. I actually have that one in my box.
And I throw a 7/16 ounce to ½ ounce round head. I like round head better than any of them.
So not an Arky or anything, you like a ball head?
Yes, because to me, because we did this in a bathtub, that's how curious I was. We drop a jig in a bathtub of clear water, And no matter which way it fell, them pinchers always looked like it was up, and it looked like it faced this way, or it looked like it was facing this way, or it looked like it was facing that way. And it always had a different way. Like it made it look like it was facing a different direction every time you pull it. Now, you will lose them.
Right.
Because they get stuck, but it's worth it, man.
See, I don't fish around it very often, just because I like to skip them. Like, I love skipping a jig. And for me, that Arky style skips just so well.
Dude, them suckers skip good.
I actually started using Boss jigs. And I am partnered with Beast Coast Tungsten. But, so they do make a jig, but I've never fished it yet. And so the jig that I've thrown all last season was a Boss. A Boss improved Arky style, and that thing just skips really, really well. I also started throwing that little Missile Baits Ike mini flip.
Those are pretty cool.
It's like a really small jig, and I like that because I can get like a half-ounce jig and skip that thing way up under docks and pitch it in really, really tight places. That jig is pretty cool.
Mr.
How's it going, Chris?
I think it's about 5 hours, I think. I'm down close to around the Texas state line, so it's a pretty good drive.
The best advice for skipping a jig with a bait caster. My biggest thing is putting a big enough trailer on there that wants to kind of help that bait stay on top of the water. A lot of people try to skip with a lot of people try to start out skipping with like chigger craw or a rage bug, and it has a lot of drag, so it'll hit the water and kind of want it to dig into the water and sink. But the thing you want to do, Clark does mention it too, you have to follow through. So it's not like you don't just cut it off real quick, and you want to follow through and point your rod where it's going. So those are my biggest things. Also, it's more wrist than it is arm.
Yep.
For almost all of my casting, I use two hands. When I'm skipping a jig, I will use one hand just to make sure that it's coming off my wrist and it's not me using my arm to try and skip it. Because when you put your arm behind it, you have a little bit less control. And with your wrist, you can kind of get the snap that you need to follow it up.
When you skip it, do you go in sideways, or do you like do the actual pitch and skip thing everyone else does?
I do both. I don't know how to pitch backhand, or I don't know how to pitch skip backhanded. So I'll either pitch skip it or I'll skip it forehanded. But I can't like actually skip it full backhanded. Yeah. Another good thing too is actually fill your line to about 75% of where you would normally fill it to, because then your line's not going to shoot off your spool as fast, so you're not going to backlash as bad. Because your spool, basically, however fast it rotates is however fast your line comes out. Well, the more line you have, the more line you have on that reel, the more line's going to want to shoot off, so you're going to backlash it a lot more.
Right on.
So for my skipping rod, I use a shorter rod. I don't fill my spool as full, and I make sure to really, follow through. When you say follow through, it's more so you follow through and up. So you basically want to follow up because it's going to keep that, or want to keep that jig a little bit higher on the water. I haven't tried the Savage Gear line through trout. I saw them. When did I see them? Saw them at the Nowak show this weekend. Chris, if you're going fishing this weekend, sorry.
I'm stoked for the Classic, man. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, I know. I'm excited.
Dude, I'm just ready to meet everybody. Just meet people. I'm a talker, so yeah. If y'all get bored of talking to Ben, dude, I'll talk your ear off.
Yeah, this season, Uploaded Fishing is going to have a ton of really, really quality videos. People know what's at stake now, and when they know that they're going to get a boat at the end of the season, if they make the best video, I think you're going to see really professional quality videos come out. I can't do my little shoulder mount GoPro and make like a little half-assed video. I'm going to have to really go through and make a great quality video.
Is the big fish or like editing skills as well?
It's so it gets voted on two different ways. It's 35% popular vote and 65% 65% from a panel. So the panel is made up of Shay. It's made up of someone from the industry, an angler, a non-angler, and one other person. So there are 5 people that vote on the videos. So it's both based on, it's not really based on the size of fish you catch. It's based a lot of what kind of quality you put together.
Man, I'll do it this year too, man. It sounds like fun.
It is a lot of fun. Last year at ICAST, Missile Baits used one of my videos at their
Dude, that's
ICAST
awesome.
booth.
That's freaking awesome.
So it was really cool. Ronnie, I honestly haven't gotten to throw the swim bait at all this year. I haven't thrown a swim bait since last fall, so I don't know really. He asked any advice on getting fish to commit to the swim bait. I don't honestly know.
How big is the swim bait?
Oh, bigger
assuming-
paddle tail. So he's talking like a paddle tail. He's not necessarily talking. He's like a hard body or a glide bait.
I got you.
The biggest thing for me is just putting it where the fish are, I guess. I know that sounds really stupid, and it sounds like the most obvious thing in the world, but kind of finding the fish that are willing to chase your bait down. Or just make them eat it and put it like right on their face. Yeah, I made a video with the Dirty Jigs Canterbury Pro Buzz. It's a skipping buzz bait, and they use that video a little bit too, which was pretty cool.
Dude, speaking of dirty jigs, their finesse swim jig. Oh my god. I get lightheaded thinking about the bass. Woo! Man.
I mean, you just throw it in the same place as a normal swim jig, but what size is it? Is it smaller?
It's a small. It's got a light wire hook, and I'll put a Innovation Reactions little swim bait on the back of it. You just fish it around the edges of grass, around a rock. It's really good when the spinner bait's not biting. When it's too bright for a spinner bait, throw that swim jig.
See, honest to God, I have not caught a fish on a swim jig in about 3 years.
Bro, oh, I'll send you a link of one of the videos we did. I got some good swim jig bass on there.
I just gotta throw it.
I mean, basically, it's almost like throwing a swim bait. You just got to skirt on it.
Yeah, I'll have to throw one. What's our opinions on scent, and when do you prefer to use it?
Yeah, there's one.
Oh.
I think
What'd you say?
it's I've got some liquid.
I'm sorry, I lost you a little bit there. I don't know if it's me.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yep.
My buddies gave me some liquid man to try. It's amazing. I'll send when stuff like Speed Pro and Mitten, put a little bit of that on there, and it just makes a world of difference. Now it might be just a mental thing, but I think it works.
See, I think on moving baits it's less effective than on like baits that are like fish more slowly, but I still think that scent when you're moving that bait through the water is still going to put off enough of an attractant if that fish is trying to decide whether or not they want to eat it. And for me, it's like, is that scent going to give me that little bit of extra to make that fish bite it or not? I think we lost you, Ray. Or maybe I lost everyone. I have no clue how it's going. I don't know if my signal's bad. Sometimes my signal is terrible, so I very well could have lost internet.
Let me switch over something. If this helps.
I don't know if those guys are even hearing me. Because they're not. No, people are saying. Yeah, I don't know if Scent has made a difference, like, but at the same time, I think, I don't know.
Let me switch connections.
I think it's at.
Real quick.
Okay. Sounds good, Jacob. I'll talk to you later, man. Hey, John P. I left Ray's channel down in the description below, so you can go down there and click on that link and go over to his channel. So here's some other big news.
Boom. Is this better?
I hear you great, yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, we live out, in the middle of nowhere.
You're on a Skeeter, right?
Yes, sir. Love it. Absolutely love it. It's my baby.
I've never fished. Well, I've been in Skeeters. I've never fished on a Skeeter.
They're it really, in my opinion, it just comes down to what you like.
Yeah.
I like the layout of a Skeeter. That's just me though. Some people don't like them. Bass cats they look awesome, but several of my buddies have them. They kind of China walk a little too much for me.
Yeah.
But
I think if you go down in my description below, it should say Ray's channel and then say a bit.ly link to his channel.
oh yeah, I run an 18 foot 9 inch Skeeter, buddy.
Thoughts on
It is
Illumicrafts?
amazing.
Sorry.
Oh, do what?
Thoughts on Illumicrafts for budget-minded fishermen? For me, having a bass boat or having a fiberglass is important, especially on the big water. When I want to make it out there and fish that big water, having a fiberglass boat's important, just for the extra weight. And that's the only reason I probably went with fiberglass over a smaller boat.
Now, as far as a budget-minded fisherman, buddy, you got to go bass tracker.
Yeah. I was looking at those express boats. Those boats look pretty nice.
Those aren't bad. Those aren't bad. I started out in a John boat, and then my actual first bass boat was a 16-foot nitro. Man, I love that thing. Had a little 40 horse on there, and then I got to tournament fishing. So I'm like, man, I need a bigger boat. So I bought a bigger boat, and then I was like, man, I need a bigger truck. So I ended up having to buy a bigger truck. So yes, for people who are wanting to know what it's like to own a boat, I will make it simple. It's like going out to the middle of the lake and taking your hard-earned money and just throwing it in and watching it sink.
That's pretty true.
But it's worth every penny.
Yeah. Could you fish an 18-foot fiberglass in big water?
Oh, yeah.
On the Great Lakes, you'd have to really choose your days, and you'd have to know how to run big water really well.
Well,
not that you can't do it. It's just a little bit more dangerous.
yeah. Of course, y'all's big water is different than down here.
Yeah, our big water, we're talking like big water. Like imagine an inland ocean.
Woo! Yeah, I mean, it could be done. Be a little rough, though.
Yeah.
But, I mean, hey, the Major League Fishing guys do it, so.
Yeah, but if you watch the video where they come up to Alpena, where they come up to Michigan, for the first 3 days, no one went on big water because they were afraid. So that was kind of crazy because they brought them up to Lake Huron, and those guys didn't go into big water, which was kind of disappointing. I mean,
Yeah.
but I don't know if they were afraid. That's probably not right for me to say, but
They were smart.
yeah, smart.
Me, I'll strap on that life jacket. I'm like, we're going. We're going. One of these days, I'm going to sink my boat. What's the worst water you've ever been caught in?
So I was out there, and it was like 2 or 3 footers, and we ran out about 10 miles, which was a dumb decision. And we got there, and we're like, yeah, 2, 3 footers, we're fine. We can get on top of them. We can come back. We'll be good. Well, then all of a sudden, the wind changed. Started blowing out of the southwest, started blowing out of the northeast, which is our worst wind. And it got to like 4.5, 5 footers, and we're like, oh my God. Well, we start coming in. What was at the time, like sorry, I got lost. I was trying to read comments. What was a 10-minute run out there soon became a 2.5-hour ride back to the ramp.
Oh, man.
No, Fabi says, was this with Ryan? No, that day was so bad we couldn't even get out of the like launch ramp because we were taking waves over the front. Those were like 5.5, 6, maybe bigger footers. I mean, they were giant. And when I say like a 3-foot wave, you have to understand it's not 3 foot like trough to crest to trough. It's 6 foot crest to trough, 3 foot above normal water level.
Good gosh, man. Oh, I'd be saying a prayer, that's for sure.
So when I'm saying 6 footers, it's like 6 foot up. So like you're sitting down and it's like water. You just see water.
Dude, I couldn't imagine. So we just got a lot of high winds, a lot of lightning, a lot of debris flying. We get tornadoes sometimes if we're lucky.
You guys
I
get
one video.
tornadoes, don't you?
Oh, dude, all the time. All the time. I have one video where I'm taking a video of the little pocket or whatever it's in, and lightning goes off like 20 yards to the right.
Oh, God.
Dude, it's crazy.
Is it in one of your videos?
Yeah, dude, I'll send you the link here in a little bit.
Yeah, you'll have to shoot me the link. The craziest thing I was out in was we were fishing a tournament, and we knew that there was like a tornado, and it was supposed to be north of us.
Mm.
Well, it ended up coming further south, not on the lake, but this huge rainstorm came. Dude, it was like bluebird skies, and the next thing you know, it was raining down like giant balls of rain. So like the biggest raindrops you ever felt.
Whew.
We start running back, and we're like, oh my God, we got to get under that bridge. And so we're running back to the bridge, and as we get probably 40 feet from the bridge, you just see this lightning bolt. And it's like in those movies. You see the whole thing come down, and it's not like a glance. It's like you see it form all the way to the ground. We almost pooped ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
It was the scariest thing we've ever heard or we've ever seen.
Have you been so close you actually see the blue fire shoot out of the ground?
No. I don't ever want to be.
It's terrifying. We had a lightning storm. I was driving back from school. My dad was in front of me driving his truck with my little brother, and he's like, pull over. So he pulls over underneath the bridge, and I was pulling the side of the road. I'm like, man, we're about to get it with hail. I ain't going to mess up my truck. And lightning's just going off right and left, and it's so close. You can see the blue fire coming up, and I was like, oh, my God, I'm going to die.
Yeah, I would not want to be in any of that.
But,
someone asked what your home lake is.
Can you have 3?
Give them to us.
Arbuckle, Lake Murray, Texoma.
You have some good lakes then, right around you. I don't know how good Texoma is, but
they're not bad.
I have not seen Matt Allen's video of the tornado in Berryessa. No, I haven't.
No, I've seen him in person. They're not very fun.
I would hate tornadoes.
But I mean, if you grow up with it, you just become used to it. You know, just go down the cellar. There you go.
Yeah, but like, how many times does your house have to get blown away before you're like, oh well, I'm thinking that I'm pretty much done living here.
Well, the people in Moore keep going back, and that's where the 2 worst tornadoes ever in history have been. And they just keep rebuilding. Have to move this town because it's due for another one anytime soon.
Dang.
Yeah, Landon, hit me up on. I'll tell you some spots on Texoma.
Someone said, I thought you meant Matt Allen wasn't fun. No, I think we were talking tornado. Matt Allen's
Oh
a
yeah,
cool
tornadoes.
dude. Someone said we've got to show Ray some rough water up here. I'd rather not. I'd rather stay in on the rough days and stay inland. See, here's the thing. By not doing tournaments, I don't have to go out in like the super rough water on days if I don't want to.
Dude, you fished any tournaments?
I did. I don't think I'm going to this year. Just
Dude, like I tell everyone, there's no adrenaline rush like sitting there as the sun's coming up, fog's coming off the water. 100 boats in a cove, and they're yelling, "Boat number 1, number 2, number 3." The heart's just pounding, man.
I mean, I've been there. I've enjoyed it, but for me, it's like I can't be competitive. So unless I'm taking time off of work to go fish these big tournaments and be competitive, it's just I'd rather be out on the water, you know, making videos for you guys and going places where I know I can explore and catch big fish. And because, and I don't mean this the wrong way, but had I not spent a lot more time this year away from tournaments and away from the tournament stuff, I would have never gotten guys like Lunkers to come up and those guys because I wouldn't have caught those big fish.
That's understandable.
So I think it's just a preference thing. You
ever been in a shotgun start?
Oh God. We did a 30 boat shotgun start.
Dude, it's a lot of fun, but dangerous.
It's so dangerous. I like when you're running up the lake after your boat like 25 or something and you start passing people and you're passing like boat 6 or boat 7 and you just
See, my thing is I got a 150 and I got a bigger prop than what should be on it probably, but the guy who had it before me shaved it down to where it fit. And my whole shot's incredible. And I'm the first one out of there. Every time they hear that gun, it's just boom, take off so fast. And then just people just boom, shoot, like, dang it, come on now.
Yeah. But no, that blast off, I mean, that adrenaline rush you get when you blast off, that is pretty special.
Oh, yeah. I'm a competitor, too. I like to compete.
Yeah. For me, I like to compete, but how do I put this? I want it to be on an even playing field, right? So when I go out there, and obviously guys are older than me, but if I am going to fish a tournament series that's serious, where you have 4 tournaments a year, and some guys are taking 7 days off of work to go pre-fish for this thing, or they're taking 4 days off work and pre-fishing all week prior, I can't even be competitive because it's like I'm coming out here the day before and the weekend before when I have time off work to fish, and these guys are taking full weeks off to look for the same fish that I have to find in 2 days. Maybe that's just me being a whiny bitch, but that's what I look at.
Yeah, that means if you say so, man. But nah, I like fishing jackpots, man. They're so fun. To me, jackpot fishermen are probably the best fishermen you will ever face because in 2 to 4 hours, they're putting together 25-pound sacks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, if you can hang with them, you can hang your head high.
Well, those Thursday nighters, those are that's where I like fishing. Because you're fishing, like you said, those 3.5-hour tournaments, and you're fishing against the guys that have fished the same lakes for 20 years. So.
Oh, yeah. Or the ones that tell you, I've fished this lake longer than you've been alive, son.
Yeah.
Every time.
And then, I mean, that's a great way to earn respect from some of those guys.
Oh, yeah.
You
Oh
learn
yeah.
a lot. You learn so much.
Well, it's like last year there was this old gentleman in an aluminum boat that just kept beating us and just beating us, and I was like, man, what are you throwing? I mean, I've thrown everything in my boat except for the kitchen sink. He's like, let me show you, and he pulls out these little pre-rigged $1 swim baits from Walmart, and that's what he was catching them on. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I went and bought a
God.
bunch of them. They work. They work.
Were they the storm ones?
Yes.
I've never fished with them, but I know people that catch fish on them.
And I'm just like, man, I spent all this money on my baits, and you're throwing out here $1 lures. Hey, can't argue with success. That's one thing I've learned.
Right? Oh, hook us up with some questions, guys. Oh, here's some cool news. I don't know if you guys have seen the product yet, but the Angler Tracker, it's ANGLR. It's a tracker that goes on your rod. It's essentially a Fitbit that tells you like how many casts you made in a day, how many fish you caught, how many tracks where you went. Basically helps you keep a fishing log for the day, and it like tracks it all to your phone. I am going to be partnering with them for 2017.
Dude, that's
which is
awesome.
pretty exciting.
That is awesome.
So I had a phone call with them last night.
Congrats, bro.
So, thanks. It's exciting. It's a really, really cool new technology.
I mean, it's almost like having Dave Mercer's entire Facts of Fishing staff on your rod. That's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Justin is another one of the guys. Lake Fork guy is another one of the guys that works with anglers. So does Tyler's Real Fishing. And the way that I got hooked up with them was I was at ICAST, and I went over, introduced myself, and basically did. If you guys watch one of my ICAST videos, I have a video where I interviewed Landon Bloomer, who's one of the co-founders. So I got a hold of him 2 days ago, and we talked last night. I'm going to be working with them, not just helping them promote product because that's important, but the biggest thing is just educating people about what it is. So I'm not going to be a salesman. I'm not going to say, you need to go out and buy this because it does this, that, and the other. I'm going to say, this is what it does. This is how I use it. And if you guys want to buy it, go on and buy it because it'll help you catch fish.
That's awesome.
That's one thing I try to do with all my sponsors. I try not to say, well, now you saw me unbox my Lucky Tackle Box, so go over now and buy yourself one. I try to say, I like Lucky Tackle Box because of reasons X, Y, and Z, because they are intelligent about the baits they put in there. They put out promotional videos to help you go out and catch fish. And if you buy a Lucky Tackle Box, they'll give you baits that you might not otherwise fish, right? So instead of trying to be a salesperson and saying, you just got to go out and buy this because of this or because of whatever, I try to tell you guys the reasons that I use that product. And if you guys want to experience those same things, or you want to understand how good of a bait it is, go out and check it out, right? It's not.
You know what the best part about that is? You never know what you're going to get.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like a box of chocolates. Oh, man.
Thank you, Bearded Bass. Are we going to make some? Am I going to make a swim bait video? Yes, I will. I will be making some swim bait videos as soon as I can get out fishing. What's a good rod for a half-ounce jig? Depends on how you're going to fish it, and I know that sounds stupid, but yeah.
What's your favorite?
If I'm skipping, I'm fishing a 6.9. If I'm flipping heavy cover, I'm fishing it offshore, I'm fishing a 7.3, medium heavy or a heavy action rod.
There you go. Couldn't have said it better myself.
So yeah. What kind of line do you throw on it with a half-ounce jig?
Depends what kind of structure. Now, if I'm just dragging a half-ounce jig deep, woo, voice crack, I'll be throwing 15-pound fluoro. That's my favorite. I mean, you can't beat it.
Yeah.
Textbook, everyone throws 15-pound fluoro, but man, it's good. Now, if I'm flipping heavy
Well, I was
cover,
going to say 16. I was going to say 16, but that's only because that's what Sunline has. It's closest to 15.
yeah.
So
Now, if I'm going
yeah.
heavy cover, I'll probably sometimes I'll tie on 20-pound. But I just
And
think
when I'm
it's so
skipping docks,
thick.
it's all 20-pound. Just because I don't want to get wrapped up and break off. So I
Yeah.
fish 20-pound and horse that thing right in.
But
Do you have a 7-foot heavy action rod?
oh yeah, I actually got a 7.1, 7.2. It's not 7 foot, but it's close.
Yeah. I have a 7-foot. It's a big bear rod. It's a 3/4 heavy, which means it's basically in between a heavy and a medium heavy. Essentially, it's a 7-foot heavy, but yeah, it's a good rod.
Dude, I want to try what is it, Fitzgerald rods? I think that's what they're called.
Yeah, I have.
Heavy action rod, and I want to try it.
Yeah, I have the 6.9 skipping rod I use. They call it a 6.9 heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is a heavy, but it's like a moderate fast tip. It's like in between a moderate and a fast tip, and that is what I use for skipping because it essentially gives me enough tip to load it up and make a good skip with it, but at the same time, it's heavy enough, quick enough in the rod to get that fish out of there.
Dude, that's awesome. I need to get one.
What umbrella rigs or what restrictions on your umbrella rig do you have? Can you guys throw five hooks?
Oh yeah, we can throw 5 hooks. There's some guys that throw more than that. Honestly, I don't really think there's any regulations down here. I'll have to look that up. That's a good question. I throw 5 hooks. But I will tell you this though, the actual umbrella rig brand umbrella rig is the best one out there. All the other ones I've had, I've snapped arms many, many times.
What? I'm sorry. I have to admit I was looking at something, but what umbrella rig do you throw?
The actual umbrella rig brand, I forgot who makes it, but it's called the umbrella rig.
I wonder. Is it Man's or is it Hog Farmer?
I don't have to look it up. But in the head, the way they've got it, I'm actually buying one tomorrow. The wires, most of them, you got the head, and then all wires are bunched up at the bottom, and then they spread open like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm always having to bend them out or bend them back or rearrange them. They always snap on me. Now this one, they're built where they come out of the side of the head, so it's more sturdy, and it's just so much better.
It's kind of cool.
And then I'll throw the clearest swim bait trailer I can find.
Sorry, I was reading one of the comments. So when you throw all your swim baits clear, or do you have like a target?
Nope, I throw them all clear. I used to dip the tail on but I would still get bass hitting the ones on the side. I'm like, I'm just gonna leave them all clear, and I get many bites that way. It works for me. Some people swear if you change the color of it, it works, but I don't see the need to.
I've honestly never caught a fish on a rig. I don't throw it a ton though.
It's a different bite. It honestly feels like you took a Walmart sack and just started dragging it through the water. Because usually when they bite it and they'll start kicking and thrashing, their tail's gonna get caught in another hook, and it's just like dragging a trash bag back to the boat.
That's funny. How to fish grubs for smallmouth? I honestly don't fish grubs.
That's out of my league right there, buddy.
Yeah, I've fished a grub one time. Yeah, Clark says ball head on the bottom or you can swim it.
Ball head's good for a lot of things.
Yeah, I hardly ever I've only thrown a grub once. So, does making your own soft plastic lures sound like a bad idea? No. I mean, if that's something you want to get into, I think it's a great thing to do. The hardest part is just the investment in it. Once you make the investment, you'll be good to go.
Oh, yeah. It's like making jigs. The initial cost is kind of high, but pays off.
Yeah. Someone said, here it's for big smallies. The grub is what Ronnie's talking about. The thing about throwing a grub, any bait you can catch big smallmouth on. The time when a grub works really well is when those fish are feeding on small baits, and a grub is something that very few people throw anymore. So when you're throwing your grub, it looks different than a lot of baits that are being thrown through the water column. A lot of people throw bigger baits, and that grub is also going to have a lot different action than a standard swim bait or something else. It's like a hair jig.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, it's just a good way to fish for pressured fish that see a lot of baits. Is there an A-rig that won't bust wires? I've heard. Sorry.
The umbrella rig. My wires are always busting. I got that umbrella rig brand. I'll have to figure it out and I'll let you know. But I forgot who makes it, but it's actually called the umbrella rig, and it's like the most durable one I've ever thrown.
See, I've never. I really can't say. I fished one out of Tennessee that was made. I don't know who made it. I could find you the brand, but also Hog Farmer. I've heard lots of good things about them too. But their umbrella rigs are expensive. Or you can just go to Frank's and buy 10 of the Yum ones for about $2 a piece, and then
yeah, that'll work.
But
fun breaks, just tie another one on.
Because I know Frank's always sells them super cheap because they bought way too many. We're going to go for another 5 minutes or so here, and then we're going to hop off just because I got to take care of some stuff tonight.
And I got homework.
Yeah. The 3 and 4 inch Kitechs are great baits on a drop shot. Yes, they are. I really like throwing a little paddle tail swim bait, especially when there's moving water. So when there's moving water, I'll throw that swim bait on there because that paddle tail is going to move like naturally instead of me having to shake my rod and get it to go. But, I mean, it probably works either way. I just... toss us... I know, I saw it too. Toss us some extra questions, or some more questions.
Shoot, yeah.
Okay.
Any good ones?
No. Gone. Gone.
Gone, man. Do you have any siblings or anything?
Yeah, I have 2 younger brothers.
I do too. This is what I put up with.
How's it going?
He was over there dabbing in the background, and then I put him on camera and he just shuts down. Oh, nope, I thought he was gonna do it again.
What do I recommend for a starting big swim bait rod? I don't have one yet, but Alex bought that Daiwa DX swim bait rod. It's $110, which is like a relatively inexpensive swim bait rod. And to be honest, God, hold on, guys, don't comment anything. And to be honest, for $110, people love that rod. Like, people rant and rave about.
I mean, it's $110. You know, most swim bait rods I see are $200 and $300.
Yeah, yeah. Is a 7-foot medium heavy okay for big swim baits? When you're talking big swim baits, I would say no.
Well, yeah, but there's a video of some dude throwing a bull shad that threw it on a medium heavy, but he was throwing the floating one. I think he said anything under 2 ounces, you can throw it on a medium to heavy action.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to really know your rod. So, like, certain rods are rated light, certain rods are rated heavy, and so you just got to know what rods you're throwing and kind of how your bait is handling with the rod. So, I mean, a big swim bait, if you're talking like a 6-inch paddle tail, yes, absolutely, it'll handle it. If you're talking a 7.5 inch or plus hard body swim bait that weighs 2+ ounces, you're going to be struggling.
Good luck, buddy. That's all I gotta say.
You might you might just want to bring it back and just hold it there for a second and then kind of come forward real slow, like.
Dude, that was like when the Alabama rigs first came out. Do you ever see people casting them things?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, they were just like gently, like just lobbing it, and I was just laughing. Now they're just hucking as far as they can. But I love Alabama rig, man. That's my swim bait right there. That's about as swim bait as I get.
The rod that I was looking at is a Daiwa DX. It's an 8-foot. I was looking. They also have the extra heavy. I think the heavy goes 3 to 8 ounces. They say it can handle, or the 2 to 8 ounces. It can handle up to 6. Well, the extra heavy goes 3 to 10 ounces, and it can handle up to 8 well. Clark knows a ton more about this than I do, to be honest with you. But
I'm lost for words. If y'all want to know anything, check out Alex's channel, man. That dude.
Yeah, Alex does know a ton about swim baits.
That or he just sounds really good talking about it.
He just does so much dang research on everything and every video that he puts out.
Probably why he's gonna be a teacher.
Yeah, exactly. Thoughts about the 10-foot rod limit?
10-foot rod limit. Woo!
I am thinking that it's not going to really change a whole lot. You're going to see some guys that are going to throw a 10-foot rod, but very, very select guys. Maybe guys for super deep cranking, maybe. And
that's all I can think of.
A float and fly is the other one that I can think of
for
like super finesse fish. But I don't think you're going to see it like take over. You're not going to see boat manufacturers like rush to make boats that can handle 10-foot rods. I don't think.
Wow, that'd be crazy.
You're gonna have no driver's seat. You're gonna have no back deck because the front.
My thing is, can you imagine me up on the front deck with a 10-foot rod, dude? That's 2 of me, end on end.
Right.
Golly, 7 foot's almost too much for me to handle.
Yeah, like Clark says, a lot of the rods are overrated. So they say they're rated to 8 ounces, they'll only throw 6, and 10 ounces, they only throw 8. So you just have to know your rod.
Yep.
Best jerk bait for the price.
Oh man, I've been throwing a lot of shadow wraps.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh man, they're so good. That's about all I throw, man.
I like the shadow wrap, like the deep. The shallow shadow wrap, I feel like doesn't get to where I need it to. So I'll go to like the Lucky Strike, basically Megabass 110 knockoff, or I'll throw a 6 cents Provoke 106X, which is a little bit more finessey jerk bait. I know that sounds silly, but it doesn't cut as hard. It kind of rolls on me, which I like when water's cold, especially when you're setting that bait there. Give us a couple more. We'll do two questions. Give us 2 real good ones. What makes the Megabass 110 so good? I have no clue.
It's a hype. I believe it's a hype.
Yeah. I really think that RCS TX by Lucky Strike is the same bait, just sold by someone else. The scatter wrap. I tried the scatter wrap when they first came out with it, and then I realized that I should have saved my money.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I don't,
definitely.
You try to reel that thing, or you try to jerk that thing, and it kicks up and it hits the top of the water. It's no.
It's got a mind of its own, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. What trip am I looking forward to the most?
Houston.
Oh yeah, I'm going to Houston for the Classic. That'll be fun. I'm also going to hopefully go to Florida and fish with Mikey Balls, but we'll see.
Dude, that's awesome. We may be making a trip to El Salto.
Is that Mexico?
Yes. That's been brought up a few times. I had buddies go down there, and they're like, the first day you show up and they ask you want to catch big or small? Or you want to catch giants, you want to catch a bunch of bass? They said, first day you want to catch a bunch of bass. They said, They said their first day there, between two of them, they caught over 50 bass a piece.
Dang. That's a good day anywhere.
Yeah, and he said there's. I mean, I never saw pictures, but they said their sides were bruised from putting that butt in there and just yanking it and setting that hook. Like, man, that'd be a dream.
That would be a blast, man. I would love to go to El Salto.
Man, people don't realize that I save like a year ahead of time for these trips. Work a bunch of overtime.
Yeah, I've literally been, like, a lot of these trips I've been planning for months and months.
So, well, first trip's Broken Bow, if y'all want to see that. And then second one's going to be definitely Houston for the Classic. And then hopefully in the fall or next spring, we'll be going to El Salto.
Are you driving to the Classic? How far are you from Houston?
I'm 5 hours from Houston.
Okay.
So I'll be driving down there.
How does this happen?
What?
Look who was in the comment section.
Hang on, let me bring it back up.
How do guys get in the comment section after I block them like multiple times?
Probably made another channel. Them dudes are quick.
They're fast. Yeah, Jeff, I saw that video with Mikey and those pink little whatever, and that was interesting.
Landon, I will hit you up after we get off here, buddy.
Okay, very last question. Hit us with anything. It doesn't have to be fishing related. Anything you guys want to know.
Hopefully it's not embarrassing. You just set us up big time.
That's fine. I'm an open book.
Sheet. Here's a question. When are you going to pull the flare and take your old gal fishing?
Oh, she's been with me.
On video?
I have videos. Yeah, I have videos of her catching some big ones.
That's awesome.
She's caught some big fish. Okay, how's the house hunting going? House hunting is, I'm going hopefully to put an offer in on a house tomorrow. So we'll see. Once I buy a house, I will do a live house tour.
Most embarrassing moment at the ramp. That is a good one.
Let me go first. I have so many, dude. I have.
Oh, man. Well, it actually happened today. I'm not even going to lie.
Did you get it on video?
No, thank God. I just got off the water and there was nobody. You couldn't hear a car or nothing. It was just me. I was like, man, I got to pee. So, do my business, just going. And midstream, here comes this car. Instead of driving in front of my truck where they couldn't see me, they drove around to look at the lake. I'm just standing there going, hey, that's all I could do.
You waved?
What else are you going to do in that situation?
That's great.
Yeah, I should have had the camera rolling, but that would have been, I don't know if that had been YouTube appropriate.
That's great, though. I fall a lot at the ramp. Like, when the wooden dock is really, like, when it gets a little bit slick or wet and you have wet shoes, I tend to like jump off my boat too quick or something. I'll slip and fall on my butt. Or I fell in the lake once at the ramp.
I did that quite often.
Oh, you guys, I don't know if you guys saw this video. I backed my boat in, thought my talons were all the way down. Only one was locked in, and my boat spun around and was facing the other direction. So I had to take my pants off, take my shirt off, and I swam out to it. I had it on Instagram. I got over 11,000 views on it.
Dude, that's crazy. But yeah, one time we were fishing, going by this, it's a beach and then there's a drop off. Well, at the drop off, there's a brush pile. Man, all these girls in bikinis are laying out tanning. It was just fishing just for fun. Just waving at them. Dude, I tripped on my rod, fell into the water. It was not my best moment. But like I said, folks on YouTube are about to start seeing that stuff because I'm about to start putting it back on there.
I think that's what it needs. Once you start putting that stuff in there, you're just gonna blow up.
Dude, it might as well be called Comedy Central.
People want to see like the fails and the laughs and the stuff that happens to real people when they're at the
Oh yeah,
out there fishing.
best place to people watch is the lake. 4th of July
Hey Ray,
weekend.
what's your Instagram?
Shoeless Ray Outdoors. Actually, let me type it in here real quick.
I got it right there. Is there an underscore?
It's already there. Ray with an E, my man.
Yeah.
Because I am part Hispanic.
Is there an underscore? Are you really?
Yes, sir. My mother's full-blooded Mexican.
Get it? Oh, there is an underscore between Ray and Outdoors. So it's Shoeless Ray underscore Outdoors.
So. Oh yeah.
I've never tried the Bass Mafia boxes.
Chris, brother, you gotta leave the bloopers in. That to me that makes the show. Like I said in the last one, it's like watching Bill dance as a kid. You just waited for that moment. But oh man.
Well, anyways, guys, let's end this live stream. I know you got some homework. I got to take care of some stuff that's going on, and
Sounds good, my man.
so yeah, I appreciate everyone for watching. Go over and check out Ray's channel. I left his link in the description below. So go give him some love. Subscribe to his stuff because he's got some great videos and he has some cool trips coming up.
I will love y'all back. I will love y'all back with my whole entire heart.
And Ray, you're gonna have some videos coming out here pretty soon from
yes.
Broken Bow. So.
Oh yeah. Another thing too. Once y'all subscribe and get on my channel, y'all are no longer friends. Y'all are barefoot brothers. Okay. Let's just put it that way.
Yes, you have to start a hashtag Barefoot Brothers, man.
Dude, I just put it on my last video, which was like the worst day of fishing ever, but it's on there.
That's great, man.
Guys,
We'll go give him some love, guys.
It was fun.
Yeah, it's always a good time, man. So I'll talk to y'all later. Take care. Tight lines. God bless.
Peace out.